Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kim. Today I'm doing February's TBR trail. So this month I'm super excited because I'm starting the TBR trail game as like a community kind of based game, where instead of playing 4 roles every month, I play 8 roles, and then the 4 additional roles I roll for somebody else, if anybody else wants me to roll for them. So for this month, February, I'm rolling 4 extra rolls for Lee from the channel Lee Mac. Lee has actually joined in with TBR Trail before. I believe it was last August that she did that, and it was really fun. That time Lee did the exact same prompts as I had that month, but chose her own books for the prompts. This time I've alternated roles for me and Lee, so we'll have different prompts. But yeah, so it was a really fun way to do it actually, because I quite enjoyed trying to think what Lee would do if she was actually there with me. So hopefully I made the right decisions. So my TBR game was initially inspired by Becca from Becca and the Books and her Becca's Bookopoly game that she plays every month, and also from Cody from Cody's Book Corner, her Wheel of TBR. Those were the first TBR games that I ever watched, and from then I wanted to build my own, but since then, like, I've had inspiration from so many other people. I made a playlist of some TBR games I really enjoy, so I'll link that down in the comments if you wanted to check out more TBR games. My board design was kind of inspired by The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern and the design of the book cover that I have, and the actual game is kind of loosely a lot based on frustration or trouble, what it's called in America. So those are kind of like the loose rules if you're familiar with that board game of frustration. Because this game is going to be slightly different from now on, because there's going to be kind of 2 people playing each month, hopefully, if people want to join in. I'm just going to run over the basic rules just to kind of refresh, because I haven't really done that since June. So I'll put a timestamp in the description if you don't want to listen to that, or you already kind of know the rules enough anyway. But the main idea of the game is that each team has to race around the board once and get back home before any of the other teams get back home. So each team is made up of 4 different scrolls. On the 4 different scrolls are books that I'm really excited to read. Once a scroll has made it around the board once and home, then I can read the book on that scroll. And once all 4 of one of the team's scrolls has made it all the way around the board and back home again, that means that team has won. And if either the red or the blue team win, then I'm going to be doing a charity donation. And if the black or the purple team win, then I'm going to be doing a charity donation plus a giveaway. So I guess we're kind of rooting for the purple and the black teams overall. But my goal is to just get the game done so we can have the charity donation or the giveaway. But yeah, it's taken a really long time. So hopefully rolling 8 goes each month instead of 4 is going to speed up the game quite a bit. I just want one of the teams to make it around, and so we can complete 1 game. Basically, that's my personal goal. Because I'm obviously starting again and I'm incorporating the game to kind of work for lots of different people, not just myself, I redid a lot of the prompts. Not a lot of the prompts, but I redid some prompts and I added some extra prompts that kind of made more sense. So I took out the specific to me prompts and then I added like a whole bunch more in as well. So if a scroll lands on a book, then I have to pick a prompt from the brown owl, and these are kind of more of your kind of basic prompts, if you will. So it could be pick a book that starts with the letter S, or pick a book that's based in Asia, or something like that. Just something kind of your more standard prompts. If a scroll lands on a candle, then I have to take a prompt from the light blue owl. These are slightly more challenging prompts. So either they're kind of like rubbishy ones, like read the lowest rated book on your Goodreads account, or it's like, let's just pick one and see what it is, because I can't quite remember any of these guys now. Oh yeah. So, or like, choose 5 books and then read the highest rated on Goodreads or Storygraph, whatever kind of you use online. Yeah, so stuff like that, just prompts where you probably have to do a bit more before you choose the book that you're going to read for that. And finally, if a scroll lands on a cat prompt, then I have to take a prompt from the darker blue owl, and basically these prompts will take it out of your hands, so you don't really have much of a choice of what you read. So it could be have your friend recommend you a book, or have a family member recommend you a book, or read a favourite book of somebody else, stuff like that. So you don't really get a choice. So I would say that the cats you kind of want to avoid. if you want to have any kind of choice over the book that you're going to read. But I quite like these because it mixes things up quite nicely as well. So yeah, there's only 4 cats on the board, so it's pretty easy to avoid most of the time. In addition to those prompts that get pulled from the owls, there are 4 different sections on the board. So I have STEM, fiction, non-fiction, and free choice. So you have to also make the book fit within the section that the scroll has landed on as well. So STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And last month I said if anybody didn't want to use STEM, then they could change it. I think now if anybody plays in the future and doesn't want to use a specific quarter of the board, then you can change whatever you want, really. It doesn't really matter. So Lee decided to change STEM to biography and memoir. She does love biographies and memoirs, and so yeah, hopefully she enjoys what came out when I played the game the other day. So that's kind of basically it, I think, for the rules. It's pretty simple. So I'm just going to recap over what I had for my TBR for January and see how I'm kind of doing so far. So I had on my list from last month, The Radium Girls, Why We Sleep, and I also had Binti and Animal. Why We Sleep and Animal, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna finish those books, or at least get very close to the end of them, because I'm pretty far through both of them already. Binti I finished this morning, and the only one that I think I'm going to struggle to get to is the Radium Girls. So instead of punishing myself this month, so punishment for me basically means that I'm not allowed to buy any extra books other than book club books the following month if I haven't completed my TBR. But instead of doing that this month, I'm going to roll this over because January's been a bit of a horrible month, to be honest, so I'm not going to punish myself for that. And I'm just going to roll this over to February and read it in February, hopefully. We shall see. Okay, cool. So on with the first roll. Okay, time for the first roll. So I think I'm going to roll for me first, and then I'll roll for Lee. Last month we finished on the blue team, so now it's the black team's go. So, okay, let's see what I get. 1. Okay, so straight away, a difficult prompt. Perfect. I can't take any of these scrolls out because it's an odd number, so I have to move this one to the difficult prompt. So good start, good start. And let's pick a light blue prompt. And, oh, this is quite a fun one actually. Okay, watch a new to me TBR game and use the first prompt of that game. So that's pretty fun, and I'll have to kind of relay that to a non-fiction book. Okay, so that can go into the non-fiction section. Okay, so time for roll number 2. I'm going to be rolling for Lee for roll number 2, so I'm going to change STEM to biography / memoir, and it's the purple team, so let's see what I can get for Lee. 6. Okay, so I might take out, so what's it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's kind of hard, biography and memoir and fiction, because I suppose you can get fiction books that are like written like a biography or a memoir, but that might be difficult. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think I'm going to move a new one out because it's an even number, so I can do that. So let's see what prompt I get for Lee. Oh my gosh. Okay, hopefully this is okay. Read a book featuring animals, and that has to be a memoir biography. So I guess someone who has a pet or something. And I'll put that, or I just write Lee's name on it so I don't forget that that's Lee's prompt. And that can go in the biography memoir section, as it is for Lee. Okay, so roll number 1 for me got me a difficult prompt straight away, which was a bit sad, but it was a cool one. So it's watch a new to you TBR game and use the first prompt of that. So I had a look, and I did find it was difficult to find new TBR games on YouTube, which was kind of strange. I don't know if I'm searching in a weird way, but I didn't come up with very many. But I did find a really cool one. So I came across Tabletop TBR, which has been designed by Whitney from A Darker Shade of Whitney. And it's kind of a board game that's based around D&D. So a D20 is rolled, and then when you land on a space, it corresponds to a certain prompt, or it could be like a monster space and you could fight a monster or something like that. And it was really cool. I really liked it. I think like Whitney's just done an amazing job of designing it and making it. The board looks really professional. It's really, really cool. So I'm going to link the video I watched down below if you guys wanted to check it out. I watched the whole video and I really enjoyed it, so I've subscribed to Whitney's channel now. And what I thought was really cool as well is that when you landed on a certain square, it kind of meant that something happened, like in D&D, so you hear a noise or you fall down a trap or something. So it was kind of like a little story as you went along as well. Anyway, so I really enjoyed it, so I'll link it down below. And the first prompt that Whitney got, which I have stolen for my own prompt, was read a book featuring animals on the cover, I think. I didn't actually write it down, but I'm pretty sure it was read a book with animals on the cover. So for this prompt, I've decided to read Unicorn by Anru Al-Qadi, which is Anru's memoir of their life story, growing up in a very Muslim family and coming to terms with who they are and becoming a drag queen. I'm very excited to get to this book. I've heard very good things. So that was my prompt. So Lee, your prompt was to read a memoir as well, but the memoir has to feature animals in some way. I'm really excited to see what you've chosen for this one. I was going to pick my own books to say what I would choose if I got this prompt in your category, but I think this video is going to be really long and I thought maybe I shouldn't do that. But yeah, I thought that might have been a fun thing to do, but I've decided against it. Okay, rule number 3, I'm now playing with the red team, so they've actually got quite far around already, so I try and move this guy around a bit further, I think. Because when I get the red to the home, then I have to read the book on the scroll. And I think that should count if it's like either on Lee's turn or my turn. I still have to read that as like an extra book maybe on the scroll. Okay. 5. Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could be uber nice to myself or choose a non-fiction. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to give myself free choice. Just in case I don't want all non-fiction books, because that is really hard to read in one month. So I'm going to take one of these guys and see what I get. Oh, okay. Read a book with a 1-word title. So that's pretty cool. And I can go on to free choice. Okay, so now it's Lee's turn again. So let's see, it's now the blue team's turn. Cool. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh. Okay, the cat is like the worst square to land on because it takes it completely out of your hands. So because it's already hard, I'm not going to put you in non-fiction, Lee, because that is just harsh. Oh no, but I can't take one of these out because it's odd. No, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry. I think I can only do that. Okay, I can only do that. I'm really sorry. Let's see what it is. Okay, so you could have some control over this, to be fair. This is close your eyes and read the first book you touch on your TBR shelf or scroll through your phone. So I don't know if you have that, but you could kind of mix it up a bit, maybe. Okay, so my second rule got me read a book with a 1-word title, and that was in free choice, so I can just do whatever I want with that. So for this, I've decided to read the second in the Illuminae files by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and this is called Gemina, so just 1 word in the title. I read Illuminae back in December and I really enjoyed it. Illuminae follows a couple who have just recently broken up, a young couple who have just recently broken up. Their hometown where they live gets destroyed by this big corporation, and they have to escape onto spaceships or escape for their lives on these spaceships. They get split up and then they go off into space, and then loads of stuff goes down and it's all a bit crazy and scary. But they're on different spaceships and they're communicating with each other, which is difficult because of their recent breakup. Yeah, but it was very entertaining. As I said before, if you don't know, I don't know how much to show, because this is the second one, obviously. But yeah, it's just basically written like a bunch of files, and it's written in a really creative way. And I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting to number 2. And Lee, as you just saw, your prompt was non-fiction again, and well, last time it was memoir, but non-fiction book. And it was close your eyes and read the first book you touch on your TBR shelf or on your phone. So I don't know if you have anything like that, or if you just want to kind of create a stack of TBR books that you want to read and then pick one, or like scroll randomly through the library. I don't know how you want to do it, so I'm really interested to find out what you do with that. But I think as a cat prompt goes, that's not so bad. You can kind of control it in some way. Okay, time for roll number 5. So we're back with Team Black, and it's my turn. Oh, so I should take that away, so it's done. And I got a 6, so that's cool. I think I can take one of these guys out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that would send the purple home, which is annoying because I do want them to keep moving around the board. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another non-fiction book. This is going to get really non-fiction heavy, isn't it? I think I'm going to move this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know I could go sci-fi, but I think it's better to have more scrolls out tactically than to like only have one going round. Okay, that is a book as well, so that might be alright. So let's see. Okay, so this is read an author's lesser known work. And again, non-fiction square is piling up. That goes there. Okay, so time for Lee's third roll. Let's see if we can get you some fiction, Lee. So playing with Team Purple. 1. No, we cannot get you any fiction. It has to be this one because the other one can't jump on the other purple. So let's see how this goes. This is another biography strict memoir, so this might be extremely memoir heavy month for you. Okay, this might work. Read a book published before 1950. I have no idea if this is impossible. Okay, so prompt number 5. Prompt number 5, which was my prompt number 3, I got read an author's lesser known work, and that also had to be non-fiction. I was getting a bit scared at this point because non-fiction is not always my friend because I take a long time to read it. What I've decided to read for this one is Archimedes' Revenge by Paul Hoffman. So he wrote The Man Who Loved Only Numbers, which was about a mathematician called Paul Erdős. I've suddenly escaped me how to pronounce his surname. I did look it up before this and now I can't remember it all. Anyway, I love that book and I highly recommend The Man Who Loved Only Numbers. It was so good. It was a very, very interesting read about a fascinating guy. Anyway, so I loved it and I looked on Goodreads and The Man Who Loved Only Numbers had more people that have rated it on Goodreads than this one, which I must have bought secondhand because it's yellow inside. Look at that. Yeah, this wasn't as highly rated as the other book. But I guess that's the point. Read the lesser known work and I guess they're generally lesser rated. But yeah, so this is just about mathematics. And like I said, I really enjoyed Paul Hoffman's writing before. So I'm hoping that this is really good as well. Lee's second prompt was another biography and memoir. Very non-fiction heavy again. And that was read a book published before 1950, so this was a difficult prompt. And yeah, I don't know if this is going to be easy or not, because obviously people must have written biographies and memoirs before 1950, but I don't know how easy they are to get hold of or who they were written about, stuff like that. So yeah, again, I'm really intrigued to see what you come up with for this one. I know I say that every time, but I am very, very intrigued. I will say as well that once Lee posts her video, I will link Lee's video in the comment section down below so you guys can watch it as well if you're interested in finding out what Lee picked for it. Time for my final roll, so roll number 7, and I'm back with Team Red. So let's see what we got. 5. Oh my gosh, I cannot read another non-fiction book. This is difficult. Oh gosh, okay, can't take one of these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well I may as well keep going round, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see what this goes. And that red squirrel is so nearly home now. Okay, so let's take another prompt and see what this last non-fiction book is. Oh my god. Oh, what? This doesn't work for non-fiction, does it? Maybe it does. Read an indulgent book. So I guess that means like read a book that I will love reading and I can indulge in. I think that's what I meant by that. Yeah. Okay, so that can go on to non-fiction again. Look at that. I mean, full on. Okay, so Lee's final go. Let's hope that I can roll an even number. So you get fiction or not free choice, because I think this is harsh. I think this is harsh. Yes, 6! Amazing. Okay, so sadly the red one's getting booted off because I'm not moving the other blue one. So you have more non-fiction to read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, red. Go home. And, oh, I didn't change this for me, but maybe that doesn't matter. And, okay, so free choice. Perfect. Let's see what we have. And, oh, this is quite nice. This is read a book under 250 pages. Okay, so role number 7 was my prompt again. And it was another non-fiction book. It was really trying to do me in. And this was read an indulgent book. And my boyfriend kind of pointed out that you can kind of indulge in an audiobook, just have someone else do the reading for you, just sit back and listen, and that's kind of indulgent. So that's what I've decided to do with this prompt. And so for this, I've decided to read Hood Feminism, Notes from the Women That a Movement Forgot by Mickey Kendall. And yeah, like I said, I've got this on audio, so I'm going to listen to this in February. I'm really excited about it. I've heard good things about it. And in this book, Mickey Kendall is speaking about feminism from the point of view of minority groups who often get overlooked in the feminist discussion. Yeah, so I'm really, really excited about getting to this one as well. And finally, Lee's last prompt was read a book under 250 pages and then just free choice. Yeah, so I hope that this is okay. I feel like this is a nice prompt because it's nice short books, but then I was thinking and looking at my shelves and I don't have that many books under 250 pages, so I hope that that's easy to do, and I hope that you do have books under 250 pages that you want to read. I thoroughly enjoyed rolling for you, Lee. It was so much fun. And I hope that you like the prompts that you got, and I hope that you can fit good books to those prompts as well. Like I said before, I will link Lee's video when Lee has posted it just down in the comment section below, so you can check out what she decided to do with the prompts. And yeah, I just really loved it. It was really fun, and also it's pushed my game along, which is good. And hopefully that red scroll will get home in the next weeks go. Really hope so. But yeah, if anybody else wants to join in, I have got somebody lined up for March's roles, which I'm really excited about. And then after that, it's kind of free picking. So if anybody wants to join in the future, then I'd really like that. Just drop me like a DM on Twitter or write in the comment section down below if you would like to join in the future. And then I'll kind of message you, and then we can work out what sections you want to replace or section you want to replace. And then I can do some roles for you as well, if you'd like to. Yeah, cool. Okay, well, I hope that everybody is doing well. I truly hope everybody is keeping as safe as possible in January. I know it's really hard, just some horrible things going on. So yeah, it's difficult. So I hope that everybody is okay and keeping well and trying to kind of stay as positive as possible. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that everybody is doing well, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.